really matter because they can hear our voice.
Yeah.
Hey, hi, hello. It's Jesse LaSala Show, episode 86 for April 13th, 2026. My guest today is Mr. Max Binet. Max, how say you?
Hey, I'm hi. Hello.
What do you think of my intro as a podcast?
It works for you. I think I've heard you say it enough times to where it's recognizable.
It's in the lexicon of the America.
Yes.
I was going to say America.
Of El Salvador.
It's a hell of a country.
El Salvador.
El Salvador is what it is right now. Some bad hombres going on down there. Doing some bad things to good people.
It's better than bad homeless brays.
Unhomed.
You can't say homeless anymore. That's crazy.
Unhomed.
Bitch, I'm
brays.
damn near homeless, and you can't say homeless anymore.
What's the closest you've been to being homeless?
When I was living in Portland, I was supposed to move back into my aunt's house. I got kicked off of this lease. Or no, I wasn't on the lease in this house I was living in, so they voted me out.
Wait. They voted you out?
Yeah. We had a meeting, and they were like, we decided that, if you're not on the lease, you got to move out. It was just essentially cornered and iced out. But
so wait, they made up a rule.
They had like a very like last minute meeting about it, and we're basically like, you have to get out like ASAP. And I was like, don't add to the rest of like the month. And they were just like, nah. And so I had to go live on my friend's couch for a little while. Then we got an apartment.
That's sweet. Were there any people that were like, they voted yes? Or you were the only vote for yourself?
I think it was like it was a meeting with just the people who wanted us out. So it was very orchestrated and just kind of bullshit. But Portland can very much be like that, as you might be able to tell from Portlandia.
Yep.
Portlandia is fairly accurate for the time period I lived in Portland, because I lived in Portland during the Portlandia period, if you can imagine that. So like, I was in Portland just kind of like talking a lot of shit.
That's awesome that you got to witness it. Was watching it like, was it
watching Portlandia actually happen in real time?
Yeah.
Well, I guess all me and my friends were kind of like, we like giggled at those people, but we were still friends with some of them because they're not all shitty people,
Right.
I mean, like of every archetype of person, there's going to be good and bad people.
Well, of all the characters that were reoccurring on that show, which one was the most?
Definitely
realistic?
The lesbian bookstore chicks.
Okay.
Those chicks are everywhere.
Nice.
Like they're everywhere in Lafayette now.
Right.
But this is like Portland in the in the early mid-aughts, so it's like Portland was just cultivating the shit out of that archetype for like a good decade or two,
I feel like there's a chapter of those two women almost everywhere.
Oh,
even in Texas, there's
probably a bookstore owned by those types of women. There's a bookstore. My band played a bookstore recently, and we walk in. I shouldn't be talking about this on a podcast, but I don't care.
Oh shit!
Fuck the world. We played this bookstore. It's like a super leftist bookstore, which I'm down with. But like we walk in, and our bass player's like, she was like an English teacher. She's big into literature, and she read this quote on the wall, and the quote on the wall was by this like old white man who had a bunch of like horrible things to say about like minorities, right. But like went on to like be like known as some type of radical leftist type dude, which is very congruent with like how a lot of those radical leftists are. In real life, they're like closet conservatives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big front to kind of cover the fact that they have a lack of understanding of like culture outside of their own. White people, especially like all the Portlandia types, like they don't know anything but white culture. They know nothing else.
And then they're the first ones to praise other cultures or even mimic or.
Well, they're trying to win over the good graces of other people so that they don't get looked at as exactly what they are.
Do you have any white guilt?
Man, I grew up in Fightonville, dog. Like, I could see through the floor of my house growing up. Like, my dad, there's a hole in the kitchen in the floor, and my dad took one of his pill bottle caps of his, like, hydrocodone or something and, like, taped it, like, duct taped it over the hole on the floor, and that just stayed there for years.
I like that. That's ingenuity.
So, I don't, the bathroom ceiling was, like, caving down, and you could see through spots where like the tub like pipes went down on the floor. There, woke up with a roach on my chest one time when I was a teenager. Buddy. My mattress was on the floor, and like I woke up and I thought it was like, I don't know what it was, but I reached under my shirt and I grab it and it starts squirming. And I open my hand, and it's just like, bah, 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 and I threw that bitch across the room, and like I ran out of my room, and I just had like black lights on because that's how I kind of slept and lived or whatever, and so I could barely see it.
Oh no!
But it was just like So I don't have white guilt because I got out the mud, bruh. Like I lived in a nice place. My mom lived in a nice place for a while, and I lived there for some years, but that was just like a remarry type of situation that I had no say in. And even so, like it wasn't a huge house. It was just a subdivision out in the country, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I say that half joking. I don't think the white guilt thing is it's not for us.
I think it's a valid question, but yeah, it's not really for low income people to like be concerned about, you know. I've had friends that were minorities my entire life, and never looked at them as any different. I just clocked that we had cultural differences, but I mean, me growing up in the hood, like in the 90s, that essentially I had the same life they did to an extent. Just like the actual cultural differences were different.
Right.
But we had we were living in the same type of houses in the same neighborhood.
Have you ever said the quote, "My best friend is black"?
I've never had a black best friend. So no, I've never claimed that.
Or you hit them with the, "I have many black friends."
I mean, I
my neighbor's black.
I might have essentially just said that in a different way, but I think there's like some nuance to like if you're going to go that direction in a conversation, you know. And I didn't, it's not a black thing to me. Like minorities or minorities of all types, you know, like gay people, whatever. I've always been friends with just whoever's cool.
Amen.
So,
and that's why you're sitting around with me on the Jesse LaSala show.
Hey, hi, hello.
When was the last time you held your breath?
Shit. I ain't about to hold my breath for nobody, bro.
Wow. See? You're not going to bite your tongue for anyone or hold your breath for anyone.
No, I'm just going. I've already wasted too much time. I'm like 37 still trying to make a band work, so.
I'm 40 trying to make a band work, so you're ahead of me, technically.
A little bit.
What can people expect to see when they come to watch your band, Max Binet?
We're too loud on purpose.
Is that offensive?
Well, I don't think it's offensive, but we do give out earplugs for free.
Are you serious?
At our merch table, and we've done that since the first show, and
do you wear earplugs while you perform?
Sometimes, but sometimes I feel like I can hear my vocals better without them. I used to think that I could sing better with them, but we play on shitty PAs a lot of the time. You know, we show up to some places. We showed up to that bookstore in Austin, and they didn't even have a sound guy. And I was like, "Yo, do you guys have a DI?" And they're like, "Nah." And I'm like, "Okay, Jesus. Can you get vocal effects going on your mixer?" And they're like, "I don't know how." They had them, but they didn't know.
Damn.
So it's like we show up a lot of times to play places like this, and it's like, oh man, I don't know if I could hear myself if I use earplugs, you know?
Yeah.
So we're loud as fuck. We don't stick to one tempo or mood or style the whole time. We just don't give a fuck. We're not going to go from like blues to jazz to funk to rock to reggae or anything like that. It's all like a bunch of rock subgenres, but it's like we're just going to wear influences on our sleeve and try not to rip off anyone as much as possible, you know?
Yeah, it's a great goal.
Kind of like, you know, like being into like the neo soul thing, but you're not going to like rip off
Someone
like you're
already done it.
You know, you're going to try to like stretch the fabric a little bit and make it your own, you know?
Yeah, you borrow from everybody.
Yeah. But borrow from everyone, but don't rip off anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
I've struggled with that with my playing style, where I've just really honed in on two people that I really enjoy listening to. And so then I'll go and try to learn their styles and incorporate that into the way I play. But then I've almost gotten like cornered into that style of playing now to where every time I solo, I fucking hate it because it sounds like the last solo that I took.
Yeah.
So I'm in not a writer's block. I'm in a soloist's block.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who went to school for music, and there's a lot of people I fucking detest that went to school for music also, especially in Lafayette. And it's like, you know, like I said, I have friends on both sides, so I don't like prejudge people who went to school for music, but it does tend to like box you into a corner.
Yeah.
I have dear friends who have been doing the hired gun thing forever, and they aspire to write their own stuff, but it's like decades have gone by and they still haven't written a fucking song.
Right.
So, and then some of these people I've tried to play with, you know, where it's like I've jammed with, and it's like they're just like playing as many notes as just like letting their, just trying to big dick my songwriting essentially. Right. And it's like, no, like I wrote the song already, and if you want to play, then like play for the song, don't play for yourself. But people who went to school for music kind of have this chip on their shoulder. They're probably still in student debt, you know, student loan debt. So they're like, I'm gonna get mines, you know, and it's kind of like, well, go get yours with like, you know, some Zydeco band or something, because you're not gonna do it like on these. I'm trying to like, you know, it's. And our bass player is melodic as fuck, but she holds it down and she writes shit that is like appropriate for the composition. Yeah. She's not just kind of like, look what I can do.
Well, you say music students, and I was a music student.
I was too.
I'm a dropout.
Because I went to school, you know, I was in school band.
Yeah. I think there are two different types to where, you know, you can be, I don't know, like looking back on it now that I'm back in school for general studies just so I can get a fucking diploma.
Good for you, man.
Looking back on being a music student, it's so ridiculous that you would go to school for that.
Yeah, it's absolute. I mean,
it would be awesome to do that. You know, it's like, it seems as a profession, like unless you have it in your mind, I'm going to go be a fucking middle school or high school band teacher or leader, whatever. I don't understand. Or if you want to go to Juilliard or, you know, really high-end music schools.
Berkeley.
If you're just going to go to UL Lafayette, Raging Cajun music program, not to say there aren't great people up there, but it's like, no. Like,
all right, so two things about that is like we didn't grow up in a time where you could learn anything on YouTube.
True. So
there was YouTube when we were coming up, I think, but like it wasn't where it is now. You had a very limited selection of videos to watch. It was just user upload shit. There were no influencers.
And there was just guitar tabs.
Yeah. So if you wanted to, if you didn't know how to play music and you wanted to learn how to play shit, you had to do tabs, and that's kind of how I learned. But the second thing is that we were on tour last summer, and my bass player sent me this video of this teacher at Berkeley, like talking shit to the students, basically being like, you guys have such poor fucking show etiquette. You stand outside while the other bands are playing. You won't hang out or play with anyone outside of your little insular bubble. And she was just like grilling everyone who's like currently in school for music or has recently graduated in the past whatever many years, past 5-10 years, I guess. But it was just like she was just like saying everything that I had been experiencing with the kind of snobby music school kids. Because there's like music school kids who stay humble and they still play in original bands and they can write shit. But then there's the ones who are just going to be hired guns for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Well, which would you rather be? And I know this is a layup of a question, but hypothetically, a fucking murderer on whatever instrument you want, but you can't write anything. Or you write a bunch of shit, but your skills are all right.
I mean, I am the latter.
Same here.
I am absolutely the latter. I've always been, and people have held me on pedestals since a very young age, periodically here and there throughout. And I'm just like, no, you don't understand. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Right.
Like, I'm literally just I'm just like, it's just trial and error until I come up with something cool.
Right.
I just have more patience for doing that than I think most people would. People, I was thinking about this yesterday, like your musical progression, like it should be a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
Like if I don't want to listen to an artist who's like 18 years old just fucking killing it. I want to hear their shitty band first.
Yeah.
And I want to see them get better and take on more interesting influences and mature, in their personal lives, take better care of themselves, go about things smarter, treat people better.
You want to see the career arc of
like
what you're listening to?
Exactly, and I love going back and listening to really good bands' early albums and being like, wrong note right there.
Right, or shitty song.
Like, oh my God, why would they write that?
Right.
Instead of like, what do you do when like you're a fucking absolute wizard on your instrument, but then like the time, what are you going to do by the time you get 56? You're going to be burnt out or jaded as fuck, bored.
Or writing some weird shit.
Or chasing some type of weird genre that you're just like, it's like some self, it's just like you're just doing it for yourself, for your own personal enjoyment. Like, when everyone else is watching you, like, this is fucking boring.
Well, okay, so then what about Andre 3000, who's kind of doing that? He's such a great lyricist and even vocalist, and then all of a sudden he's just like, fuck this, I'm gonna play flute and I'm gonna release this shit and y'all are gonna listen to it.
Yeah, but he like defies like all like artists of the past several decades.
Yeah, I guess
the way he runs his business and conducts himself and the way he dresses and the way he raps, he still raps.
True.
And like he doesn't even like his raps, but like they're the best thing you've heard every time you hear it.
Yeah.
And you'll listen to a remix of a song just because Andre's on it, even if you hate the original artist it's by.
Yep.
Have you heard Everyone by Bentley?
Oh yeah.
I love that song.
Everybody.
And he's like, what's your favorite Gatorade flavor? Dude, that shit, like, but like Andre's part,
Any, mini, money, money.
he was like, your mama must have Navajo. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like who does that?
Yeah.
Like just the way he comes in swinging on that bitch.
Yeah.
Just like no one else does that. Big Boy doesn't do that.
Big Boy hits it from a different angle.
From a much different angle. Aquemini, baby.
Yeah.
But it's just he doesn't have the funk
Right.
that Andre has without even trying.
Right. I mean, that's a debate forever.
It's not a debate, in my opinion, dog.
I know.
Andre takes the cake.
It's
Speaker box is fire.
Yeah, I think it's like it goes day to day. It's like, what kind of am I feeling big boyish today, or am I Dre today? I don't know.
Dre might be a chiller day, but big boy like you probably on a bender or something.
Or like I got some shit to do. It's like, all right,
you need to up the energy.
Put my big boy cap on.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of good rap anymore, though.
Griselda.
I mean, I'm thinking Kendrick is about kind of where I've left off at.
Have you heard Griselda?
No.
It's West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, I think his name is. But it's like they took.
Sorry, continue naming all the underground rappers that I've not heard of.
Just Griselda, Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, and West Side Gun. Conway the Machine, West Side Gun are brothers, and fucking Conway the Machine got shot in his face, so his whole shit is like to the side, and he just like raps out of the side of his face.
Damn.
But he's like the hardest dude you've ever seen. Like, and all they rap about is just fucking slinging.
Right.
So, slinging and killing people. You know, like you should in gangster rap.
Yeah. I think once you just get to a certain age, though, it's hard to find stuff to rap about, like your 401k and like, you know, I got a bidet. I didn't even mean to rhyme.
Bro, I will rap about a bidet for sure. I will write a whole album about a bidet.
Bidet.
The day
I got a bidet.
The day on bidet.
Dude.
With Binet.
I stayed. Oh, that's right. I stayed on the toilet way too long the first day I got a bidet, and it was a like I was like, wait a minute.
You like walk back into the bathroom.
Hold on,
I need to check this out.
The best part was I had to get a plumber to install it. I thought I could do it myself, but I fucked it up. And so a plumber had to come, and I was like, man, just put it on. I'm going to see if I
try it out.
And then I was like, I'm going to try it out first. And if I don't like it, you can take it back off. And he was like, all right. And so I went in there, and it was him and his boy. Like, it was a 2-person job, and they were just standing outside the door, and I was just like, and then I did it again. Yeah. And then I just left it on, and I like giggled, and then just turned it off and buckled my pants and came out. I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep it.
Just the whole back part of your pants is like wet.
Yeah, there was a little splash. I wasn't used to it, but you know.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can't go back from bidets. I mean, I have wet wipes that I carry with me in case of emergency, but
the dude wipes, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I would take an endorsement deal from dude.
Absolutely.
Dude wipes.
I have them in my backpack at all times. I mean, if you get a little shit on your finger, you know, you need some dude wipes there.
Agreed. I remember going to your house and you had like 50 boxes of things just on the toilet.
You gotta keep them on
and
deck.
you had this note being like, don't be a nasty motherfucker.
Did I?
It was just like, don't smear your shirt. I don't know. It was just something like that. And I was like, you know what, Jesse, you're right.
I was advocating for dude wipes, I think. Because toilet paper, I'm sorry, you are trash if you still use toilet paper.
I mean, you can wet it.
That's a tough look. Have you been back there?
Look, my dad taught me that at a very young age because we were poor and they didn't have wipes yet.
Dingleberries?
Dude,
that's where they're made.
Look, I keep it clean, dog. I keep it clean.
Do you keep it this clean?
I shower daily. You know, I take care of myself.
How do you feel about the hair down there?
I trim it.
I don't See, when I hear trim, I think of scissors. Are you using scissors on yourself?
No, clippers.
Okay. Good. Have you tried any creams on your balls?
No.
All right. Cream inside of your asshole.
No.
All right. We have some in the bathroom if you'd like to try.
I'll hit the head before I head out.
Yeah. So you're gonna walk out of here with a brand new asshole. You can eat off of it. So clean. Yeah, my girl asked me the other day. She was like, "Why do you wax your balls?" I'm like, "I just like the way it feels." I was like,
Why is she complaining? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you hit the jackpot, lady. Have you seen some of those nasty, gross bushes that dudes have out there? It's
my
like,
balls are smooth as eggs.
dude, I got the balls of a fucking 8-year-old.
Come on, dude.
Same size.
Shit.
Nah, I just like, I like to hold them when I'm going to sleep. It's like sucking your thumb, except you're holding your balls.
Yes.
Anyway, back to music. When you're naming your songs, like I'll write something. I don't really have lyrics to my songs, so I just name it whatever the fuck I want, and it's kind of funny.
I have a list of names.
So you have you think of the name before you even write the song?
Sometimes, like, I have a huge list of names, but I don't.
Jesus Christ.
But sometimes I'll just name it something on the spot.
You want to read off a few of those?
I'll read a few of these. I'll read some funnier ones.
I might steal one. I don't know.
Assaultin.
Okay. Oh, like a verb.
Like beating up a sultan.
A sultan, like Aladdin.
Like a sultan.
A sultan. Dude, you and Greg are going to get along great. Y'all love that fucking wordplay.
Yeah, Laura does too. It's pretty funny.
Y'all are just going to crack each other up all the time.
So like God is Ableton instead of God is Able. Which is not, it's whatever. Fuck, I'm trying to Assbender.
Okay.
Spectre Apprehension.
Wow.
Notorious Compartmentalizer.
I like that one. That one actually hits home.
Self-Preservation Hall.
Yeah, we're playing tonight at the...
Cost a nickel to make a penny.
That one bends my brain a little bit.
A fair amount is paramount.
Okay. Womp womp. That's the name of the album, right?
Psilocybin residue on the knife blade.
Oddly specific and a little wordy.
Wise beyond years, but fall on deaf ears.
Okay, that's like a lyric.
Yeah, the Lord's pepper spray. I don't know where I get some of this shit. I think I was living in New Orleans, and I was just I was on one.
Yeah, I like that. But will you then take that title and then write a song based off of it, or just attach it to whatever is...
I really don't have one way of going about things. Like Duran Durag.
Duran's Durag.
Like instead of Duran Durag.
Duran Durag.
So like if I was gonna write, if that would be like a song, it would have to be like either super serious,
right,
or like just like retarded.
Right.
You can't say retarded anymore.
Yes, you can.
We're gonna get canceled. I'm already canceled.
It's my favorite word ever. Retarded.
Fuck it.
RITARD. Apostrophe D.
Oh, Duran don't rag.
The much anticipated follow up.
So, yeah.
All right. Did Greg tell you the name of my band?
I think he mentioned it. Tell me again.
Passenger 11.
He did tell me that, and I told him that was a really awesome name.
Did you mean it though?
Yes.
All
And then
right.
he told me what it meant, and I don't think was it with 9/11?
No.
It was with something.
First of all, I named it before I even knew about this. But after looking into it, because I wanted to make sure the band name was not taken, I typed in Passenger 11, and what came up was some Indian airline went down. Everyone died except for the guy sitting in seat, I think it was 11A. So he was passenger 11. He was the only one that survived. And then I think there was another plane where someone sitting in seat 11 was the only one that survived. So there were two instances in which passenger 11 was the only survivor.
1111's like angel numbers, you know?
And it's my birthday.
Damn.
And it's my favorite number. And it's on the screen right now. Jesus
Solid.
What's
synchronistic.
going on?
Synchronistic as fuck.
How often does synchronicity happen to you, and what do you do to acknowledge it?
So I've been alcohol free for a little over a year, and I'm leaning into like the more psychedelic realm of things a little bit, or a lot of it, and it's been doing real well for me, and it keeps me what I would consider to be like more aligned, just with like, it's kind of like I can hear the universe like telling me where I should be
Right.
at any given time, or like if you could just call it your conscience, really. But I think that that when I'm in alignment, as they say, like the synchronicity is just like all day sometimes.
Is it so synchronized that you feel like it's already been done? Like you've already done this?
It's to an extent, like I believe in, you know, the multiverse, and just like the fact that they're, you know, just parallel lives, the fact that there may be like 1,000 different versions of us existing all at once, and like the only one that you actually experience in like the earth realm is the one that is based on your decisions.
Right.
But you can make any decision you want, you know,
Right.
based on your, you know, within reason, based on the context of your situation. So, you know, if I'm walking down the street, I could either like jump out in front of a car, or just like get to my destination.
Right.
And perhaps both of those versions of us already exist.
Right. You could be in the hospital in a coma right now.
Yeah. But because I made other decisions, I'm here sitting on a couch with you,
Right.
in fairly good health, you know?
Right.
So,
yeah, I mean, the latest one I heard was that we never actually die. We just keep on living the versions of ourselves that lived, which I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around, because you would eventually die anyway. Unless you lived you talked about how we live in a great time where, you know, or a weird time where we got to kind of see, you know, we had before the internet, and now we're going to possibly being connected to a fucking machine, right?
I mean, some of us are already.
True.
Some people
True.
are chipped already.
True.
You know?
So, I mean, what, 5-10 years until the world is unrecognizable?
I think it's unrecognizable at this point from how our parents grew up.
Absolutely.
For sure. And almost from how we grew up already.
Right.
But like we've been here for the whole time, acclimating to it.
Yeah, like we got on the ride just at the right time, I think. I think mid 80s, early 80s.
We're the cyborg generation.
Yeah. We started strapping all these fucking gadgets to us. And then they're going to look back at us whenever they're fully formed machines and be like, oh, that was the embryonic stages of what we are right now.
Exactly. And they'll try to replicate
shit that we're doing right now.
Things that we do and say gay. Naturally.
Yeah. They did not say the word retard anymore, but we're bringing it back.
Pretty much. I mean, that shit happens all the time. Like, words just come in and out of style. Like, who says gallivanting anymore? I say that shit.
We be going out marauding tonight.
Now, I saw this chick briefly, and I was just like, you be gallivanting all over the place when we go out. Like, I'll lose you every time. I don't know where you are. And she's like, what's gallivanting?
She just wanted to say, what's gallivanting?
Pretty much.
Yeah, people that aren't smart, for some reason, like to brag about that they're not smart. Not openly, but they'll do it in a subtle way.
No, they'll make you feel dumb for being smarter
That's
than
what
them.
it is.
That's what it is. It's a defense mechanism. What else are they going to do? Like, be smarter than you? No.
Right.
So it's... And, you know, the most threatening thing to any individual is, like, a wise person. Like, that's why the government tries to keep us dumb as hell. That's why they put, you know, shit in our drinking water. That's why they put...
God damn it.
I mean, shit, this ain't tap, but...
Yeah, it's close to it.
You know, it's why there's, like, GMOs and everything. It's why they keep us addicted to everything they possibly can. And I'm guilty of, you know, having gone through a lot of that myself. But it's just, they just try to keep us dumbed down as much as possible because a smart... A wise person is like the ultimate threat to capitalists, you know, essentially, because we do have the ability to like outsmart them and overthrow their shit, but they keep us too dumb to actually organize and do it.
Right, and even when we think we have the right people
they sell out
to root for, they
sell out,
or they get, you know, bought out or.
I mean, it happens with underground bands all the time. Like an underground band will like ride for the underground, champion the underdog, and then they'll take on some bullshit rich kid band that went to School of Rock or something, and you know, like, and like try to like market that shit like it's DIY underground,
right?
You know, but they're really just ripping off bands from the '90s, you know, and it's like. Dude, do your own thing.
Yeah.
Like, don't you want to be unique?
Well, some people just want money. Some people just want
That's kind of what I'm saying, especially if you name your band after it, but...
Yeah. Well, let's cheer up. We got to wrap up in a minute.
Wrap what up?
This podcast.
Oh, pause.
Wow. I walked into it. Didn't I? Ass backwards.
Hopefully.
So what can people expect to see from Max Binet in the next year? My
middle finger.
Wow.
You're going to see a lot more of this.
Just so disrespectful.
Band's going on a 3-week tour in June. Going to be gone for your birthday.
Fucker.
I'll send you a postcard with Greg's face on it.
Yes.
You know, we're in the middle of finishing an album right now. We're going to be working with a producer I'm very excited with, who's worked with some of my favorite bands. Actually, who has worked with two of my all-time favorite bands, which is very surreal to say.
Yeah, that's badass.
But I just found myself in a situation one night where I was like, you know what do I have to lose? Let me just like holler at the people I really want to work with and see how they feel about what we're doing. And like, you know, lo and behold, like dude follows back. He starts liking our shit. I'm just like,
Nice.
I'm like hitting up my bandmates and stuff. And
that's badass.
So we can't really speak on who it is or what exactly we're doing yet, but things are going to progress and get to kind of where I've always wanted them to be with, you know, with underground music, just not selling out, not doing it for the money, but nonetheless getting out there and hopefully making some, you know, so that we can continue to fund what we're doing.
A fucking men. And thanks for calling me for nothing.
I asked you to be in this band when I moved back, and you said, it's not really my style, man.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, you did.
No fucking
You're like,
way.
it's not really my thing, dude, but I appreciate it.
That's not what I said.
And then you were like, come jam with my band.
I did say that.
Yeah.
I didn't say that wasn't my style, though.
I mean,
I said I wanted to play drums.
I don't remember that, but it was done in a very nice way where I didn't take it personally and I knew exactly where you were coming from.
No, I'm just joking. I'm definitely all about us splitting some shows and championing each other because that's what fucking great bands do.
Yeah, dude.
They don't hate on other bands. God damn it.
Yeah, fucking Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead played, like they would tour with like his other band, the like Riders of the Purple Sage or some shit. And then I think he would do like a solo set too. So we'd do like Jerry Garcia would play for hours,
Yeah.
all fucked up on cocaine, heroin, acid, weed, probably alcohol too. Like
It's the real deal.
So I feel like Greg will be able to handle a couple sets.
Absolutely.
Every once in a while. Shout outs Greg Stelly.
Yeah, dude. He's our
My dog.
He's our prostitute drummer. All right. Thanks for coming on the show. We will have you on again soon. Those dates. And until next time, don't die.
Hey, bye. Hello.